Hi everyone. So Molly was down for a few days and we did a couple of videos for my main channel. One's posted. The other one is being posted today where it's kind of a little comedy skit where we show this book I just bought, David Bowie, All the Songs. So look out for that video later today. This is a excellent, huge book. And as it says, all the songs, it goes through details of every song he's recorded and, you know, the musicians that played on each song and all kinds of really nice photos throughout too. So I highly recommend this if you're a David Bowie fan. I also bought my this is usually the only magazine I buy every month. It's Record Collector, and this is 1973, Soul's Brilliant Year. And then there's other like Bob Dylan, New Order, and That Petrol Emotion. There's Neil, who I'm going to be talking about in a minute. Terry Hall. He just sadly passed away. Yeah, I always find this to be an interesting read. And there's the other magazine I bought that you just saw in that magazine, Neil Young. So it goes through all of his albums and the good and the bad. Although, you know, some of that most fans would consider bad, I actually like a lot. There's Harvest Moon and a little write-up. Speaking of bad, Landing on Water, one of his less loved albums, but I actually really enjoy it. Even the 80s production. And another one, Neil Young Trans. So, and I actually bought this movie on Blu-ray, and Molly and I watched it, and we both really enjoyed it. We highly recommend The Whale. It got pretty emotional at the end, and yes, there were tears. Some of them were Molly's, and some of them were mine. And every week I'm doing a CD exchange on Rich Strickler's channel with others, including Glenn Calloway from the Basement. And one week I had to listen to this album, and I loved it so much I ended up buying it. I'd never known much about Richard Thompson, but I loved Rumor and Sigh, and I ended up buying this is actually used, but it's in great condition. So, my very first Richard Thompson CD. And then I got one other one of his most recent ones, 13 Rivers, which I've only played once and really enjoyed it. Just a kind of a plain label. And a little booklet with lyrics and a picture. Two pictures. So yeah, as I was, talking about Neil Young Trans, I've had this on CD for a few years, and I don't know, I guess because it's different. When it came out, I enjoyed it right away, so it never put me off like it did some Neil Young fans. And Landing on Water, when it came out back in 1988 or so, whatever year it came out, I loved it. And I just got, yesterday, Neil Young Zuma, finally, on CD. And it came with the lyrics. This is one of the older, the CD I think came out in the 90s, I believe. And the other 4 CDs I got, I don't know if I showed this or not before, but it's the Neil Young Official Release Series, discs 1 to 4. So I've had this for a few months. Starting with, of course, Neil Young, his debut album. Was it originally a gatefold? Because I don't remember it being a gatefold. Then, of course, this is the first Neil Young album I ever heard. Everybody knows This Is Nowhere with Crazy Horse. And then After the Gold... Actually, maybe this was the first one, After the Gold Rush. And, of course, Harvest. All great albums. And I just got this yesterday. It was on sale on Amazon, I think 30% off. As you can see, I already opened it. Nothing fancy, like no booklet or anything. It has this little sheet here. It says, visit me at neilyoungarchives.com, where you can experience so much more, including thousands of my audio and video recordings, all of the details and memorabilia behind them, and my personally written newspaper, $19.99 per year. Not a bad price. So these are the albums, and I've only heard, this is the only one I know very well, Reactor. And just like Trans and Landing on Water, I love this. I think it's very underrated. And this is remastered. Sounds great. I listened to it last night. Comes with a booklet with the lyrics. Nothing too fancy. And Hawks and Doves. I don't think I've ever heard this album. It's about time I did. And This Note's for You. I know the song This Note's for You, but that's about it. And doesn't come with anything. Well, yeah, this one does have a booklet. Some of them don't. I guess it's replicating whatever the original vinyl had. Which is the way to do it. And then El Dorado. No, not the ELO album. The Neil Young and the Restless album, which I've never heard. So any Neil Young fans out there, let me know what you think of these 4 albums I just showed you. And there's no booklet, just the CD. And I think that is about it. I am waiting for some more CDs to come in. A lot of them are used though, because I want to finish off my Paul Weller discography. I have probably, I think, like 7 or 8 albums to go, and most of them that are coming in are used, and they're supposedly in very good condition, so looking forward to those. Thanks for watching and have a great day.